everybody. I'm Lauren DeLisa Coleman, Editor-in-Chief and founder of GlassLDC.com with a video today for you. Alright, how many of you know who Malcolm Gladwell is? Now, let's see. If you're on the marketing and branding side of business, maybe a lot of hands would go up. But maybe not so much if you aren't. So let me tell you a little bit about this man. I guess his claim to fame is that he's been writing for the New Yorker magazine since probably around 1996. And he has sold a ton of books, both in this country and others, about branding, marketing, human behavior. You know, in fact, some people seem to worship at what he says. So if it's all that, this isn't somebody who could be wrong, could it? Well, let's not say wrong, but let's say bears further analysis. So let me tell you what happened this week. He was asked to speak at a human resources convention, a lot of big wigs there, senior level executives, and he said kids need to understand hierarchy much better. In fact, he feels that it's that generation's responsibility to teach kids about the value of hierarchy and, of course, at the same time, that social networking stuff that they do. He cited both the Arab Spring and Occupy Wall Street as failures because they are not using or did not use hierarchy, and wrapped it all up in the big bow of the civil rights movement because, hey, if you invoke those words, it's got to be a pure concept, right? He invoked those words and said that Dr. King and his followers were actually successful precisely because they did use hierarchy. So let's analyze this really quickly. First of all, I think it could be said that really the civil rights movement grew out of oppressive hierarchy. That is, remember, you look like this, so you have to stay kind of here and doing this thing, and we look like that and are more worthy, so we're going to be doing our thing up here. There was a pushback against that. So Mr. Gladwell, hierarchy does or does not work. It is or is not appropriate. This is an important question to ask. In addition, I don't think that we can say just yet whether the Arab Spring, Occupy Wall Street, and other movements that are starting to bubble up are successful just yet, yes or no, because they're still kind of in progress. And really, success is being defined on a completely different level today, particularly when you're looking at something that is a long haul type of process. You know, it's really, really interesting to watch how people think about things in different ways. And why is it so important for you? Because now, today, it's more important than ever to have a full-on informational arsenal. It's about having a 360 spectrum. So you might want to take some of Gladwell's thoughts, some of my thoughts, some of others' thoughts, so that you can really know what's going on out here, what other people are saying, and maybe about your generation, and how it all works together. This is what I'm calling a new movement. This is the smart power generation, which is rising up. Those who are really self-determinate, looking at creating better ways for themselves and others, and using tech platforms to do it. We're undergoing really a system update right now in our society, in our lives, and people are rebooting their minds like never before. So here's the takeaway. Don't ever let somebody tell you that you do or don't have something, and that you are or are not acting necessarily in an appropriate way when you're trying to figure out something new. Let's face it, no one has all of the answers today because things are in such flux. We are going through a new change in era. So keep that in mind and remember it. What we need to do now more than ever is support each other and to foster greater understanding, not greater divide. And we're here to do that at GlassLDC.com all the time. Thanks for listening.